Let's go. We're gonna make some. This is what we're gonna be making today. We're gonna make a graduated colors map. Maybe change the color, maybe not. Of Hispanic population by county, except for this right here. We're gonna remove this. I don't know why that's there. This shouldn't be there. But yeah. So whenever you're doing any kind of GIS, even in the intro class, you wanna have an idea of what the end product is going to be like. So you just don't go through it mindlessly, just clicking and reading directions. That's one thing that was annoying in my undergrad and graduate school. Both was just clicking, going through mindlessly. So first thing you want to do, you got to get the data. Where to get the data from? It's a place called Clearinghouse. There's a separate video I made that shows. I go through the process of gathering the data from this website called the Clearinghouse. You can pretty much get any, well, not any, but tons of free data. Maybe not the most current year, but anyway. So when you download the data from Clearinghouse or any other site, obviously it'd be in your downloads. It'll come in a zip file, as a zip file. So you got to left click it, right click it, extract it. There we go. And then it shows up right here. You want to drill down. You can see the folder structure appearing here, in case you guys didn't know. And you want to check the text file. We're going to click on this. And this is the data we're going to be working with today. Let me open this up. You guys can get an idea. Total population, Hispanic. You want to pay attention to these two lines mainly because we're going to divide the total by the population. So it's going to be the use, this one. Whoops. This one is going to be divided by this one. Okay. You'll see that in a couple steps. Just remember these two. Okay. Take a screenshot of it. That'll help. All right. So once we verify that the data is there, I'm going to put it in our C drive. Let's get out of there. Out of the downloads. We'll drill down a little bit deeper. Okay. Right click and copy it. You can paste it right where you want it. Copy paste it there. Now we're going to go to, let's open it up. Dang, I should have had it open, but I did not. A little unprepared there. All right, so we're going to take, you can start with a template, but in this case, let's start with a map. Rename it, name it whatever you want it. Doesn't really matter. Underscore, no spaces. Ooh. Looking wrong stuff here. Whoops. And location. We're gonna go to our C drive where we just put it. This PC, C drive, lab 1. Generate it. Okay. All right, so catalog. We need to make a folder connection. We need to bring the data over. Okay, so we're gonna same exact steps we just went through. Time, bam, and then check it. Should all be here under data. I'll slow down a little bit, just in case I'm going a little too fast. This is the shapefile we want. Let's see, CSV files here, and this is the county text file, but we're going to be using these two to build our map. So you can do this in many ways to add it to the map. I like to just right click, add current map. Same thing, right click, click, add current map. So the question is, do we need all of this? No, we don't need the topographic layer. So we'll toggle on and off just to make sure we're not messing with the content we want. Let's right click, remove it. Okay. So remember the initial image. That's what we're going to turn this into. Okay. And that didn't include these, did it? Puerto Rico, Alaska didn't. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to right click on that layer. We're going to go to, where is it? Joins and relates. We're going to add a join. This is pretty intuitive. This is going to show up already, right? This is the layer name, input field, GIS join, right? That's what we're doing, a join. This is already there, right? We don't have to change that. Don't have to change that. Simple. Add join completed. Okay. So we have to get rid of this. Well, how do we get rid of this? We have to create a new layer, right? So we're going to, let's see. Let's go with select features. All right, so again, I'm with the map, select, okay? And then we're gonna draw a triangle, oops, around there and highlight it. All I do is left click, hold it down, let it go. Pretty easy. So now we have to, we're creating that new feature class. So with that highlighted, we're gonna right click again, we're gonna go to data, and we're gonna go to export features. So what did that do, right? We're exporting these features into a new feature class. And what do you have to do when there's a new feature class? We have to change the name, right? Because you don't want it to be the same. So let's change it to US 48 because we're just doing the continental. US, and we're doing it by counties, right? Remember, that's the initial. Good to go. Watch, new layer pops up. Look at that. New layer pops up. Which means we can remove this layer, right? This is one we just created. We're going to remove this one to isolate it. Like I said, just always keep in mind the end product. Remove, okay? Now we're going to left click, right click, zoom the layer. There we go. Okay, now what else do you think we have to do to make this look like the map that I showed in the beginning? That you need to always be thinking. Not just clicking and going, clicking and going. So we have to add the data, right? You can do this in different orders. This is the way I do it, or am doing it. There we go. So you gotta open up the attributes table for this. We're gonna add a new field. That's what we're doing, right? That new field is gonna show up here in the legend. And what are we doing? We're doing percent, small caps for this. Right? Percent Hispanic. Data type, it's a float. Numeric. And decimal point 2. Okay. I'll slow down a little bit. Make sure I'm not going too fast. How's it looking? Okay. So now how are we gonna save it, right? There's an OK button. So you gotta find that. You go to fields, click save. You can see it calculating, right? Executing. So we use this to create that new field, but the new field goes on to here, right? The initial base layer. So let's get rid of it and focus on here. Let's see if it showed up. Did the new field we just created show up? And it did. What's the problem here though? Empty rows. Okay, so we're going to click, right click. We're going to calculate field. Now this is the point where I want you to remember. I said take a screenshot if you did or didn't, whatever. But you want to find those two lines because that's what we're going to be comparing together here. Okay. Use 7, what was it, 10? I'll click it twice, left. We're going to divide by, right? That one. Right? Let's see if it works. It's like Vegas, like playing the slots. Execute, like putting a coin in the machine, calculate. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. Especially when I first started. Maybe that's bad advice, but so what are we gonna do here? All right, so that's completed. We can get rid of it. Um, let's change the map now. Let's go to symbology. Get rid of colors, as we said. So you gotta look at the field. This represents the fields in the tables. Right now, it's focusing on this field, right? These are all the fields within the table. And here's our newly created field, right? You can see the numbers down here. Natural breaks, 5, with the purple. Okay, there we go. And let's go to zoom to layer. Doesn't work. All right, so now we gotta create something to put this map on, right? So we're gonna go to a ribbon, insert, new layout, and it has to be horizontal, right? It's got to be big enough, not too big, right? Horizontal because the geometry is horizontal. So let's go with typical, standard. And then we're going to map frame. And there's our map. You want to leave it, they say like, it's whatever you want to do, but about an 1/8 inch. The frame. Bam. And there is our map. So now we just got to fill in the blanks, right? All right. Yeah, excuse my nose. I used to be a pro fighter and never got my nose fixed. It's like perpetually narrow. So it's hard for me to breathe. A lot of sniffing there. Okay. So let's see. What are we going to do? Let's create. So insert. It's like I said, it's pretty intuitive, right? What do we want to do? We want to insert the rest of the map, right? Insert. And here on this ribbon is what we are going to insert, all right? Let's choose one. You can choose different ones. North arrow. I don't know. Let's do a little different, man. This one's kind of cool. That's probably the same one. Whoops. A little crooked there. Bigger. Very weird. All right. All right. Had a little bit of problems there. Wi-Fi is not the greatest all the time. All right, so we got that. Let's do the how many miles by 50? Let's round it out. Let's keep it a nice round number. 400 sounds good. Let's do that. What else? We got to insert. We need a legend, right? Not the legend. What else we need? Title, right? So we're going to insert the title. And from mine, let's see. When I release it, a new box opens up. Okay, might be different for yours, but when I do it, it reveals this text box. So I click on it. We have to make it proportionate. So let's go 24. Shrink it down. Click on it again. Let's make it bold. And it should be good. What are we doing here? Right. Population. What was it? By, it was county, right? Yeah. All right. Should put some music over this or something. Some piano while I'm doing these maps for you guys. Okay. Okay. So we got to fix this over here now. um, so we're going to change the title, right? We're going to click on this. You can click on it slowly twice. And then we're going to change it to percent Hispanic. There we go. This two we got to change. Whoops. So we're gonna let's go. Let's do the symbology first. All right. So we're gonna click on this layer, right? Because then you know which one it is. And we're gonna make some changes. So we already made changes in the initial, right? Or we're doing percent, so we have to change these to a percent as well. Symbology, we're gonna go to advanced. That's right here, right? Format the size. We don't want any decimals, okay? And we want it to be percent. We want this here. Number of rows and subtraction. That's what we want. And we don't want any decimals. So let's get rid of them. Okay. Looks good. Let me just check a couple things. See if there's anything else. And then when you are going through this, just play around with it a little bit. You know, nothing has to be. You don't have to worry about making mistakes. It's kind of how you learn. Do your own thing. Try different things. You should do this. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So if you want to get rid of the layer, you click here, the layer name right there. It's all right here. Okay. That is pretty much it. That's how you make the maps. This is just do it over and over and over until you get it. But you guys got it. And so if you guys need anything else, any other requests, just put comments in the comments. You want data? ask for data. I'll send you some data. Um, yeah, I'm gonna make a lot more videos that are going to consist of pretty much everything I did in my undergrad and while I was in graduate school. I do freelance and I don't know. Let's make this stuff not so damn boring.